Welcome to the 540 Show. All the info that you do not know from the stuff outside the 540. The local news is on our show. That might have been funny.
Hey, I'm Thomas.
And I'm Ryan, and this is the 540 Show. Welcome to the 540 Show. As always, I'm with my guy Thomas.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
And this is another great episode of the 540 Show. If you don't know what the 540 Show is, it is a local show produced by my man Thomas Robinson. He does a great job with that. And co-produced by me, Ryan Samuels. It's done here at Fast Track Studios. That's where all the work is done. This is this building you see. You can't really see me that well, so I'm just slide
The
over
super
here.
silly nice
Yeah,
building.
it's just
Now,
we
do
talk
this
about the stuff going on here locally in Fredericksburg, Virginia, which is area code 540. That's hence where the name comes from. So that's a little bit about the 540 Show. If you're a new listener, if you're an old listener, you know how this thing goes. This is the What's Up Man segment.
Yeah, and good to have you back. Thank you for listening to us on this wonderful show. Ryan, what's your favorite part about the show, my man?
This part. The beginning,
intros?
like getting it kicked off. I'm not gonna lie, by the end, sometimes I'm ready to get it over with. Hey, just being honest. That's all I can be on here is 100% honest. And but when it starts, I'm so ready to roll. You know what I mean? It's I've done the outline. I've talked to you. We've got everything set up. The mics get turned on. I'm ready to roll.
Yeah, man, everything is ready to roll. And lately, I've been trying to do this new bit. Right? It's like I'm really taking full force to this producer role.
Well,
so when you come in, I like to have the computer set up. Right? I got the outline super silly laid out. Got a pen or two laying off to the side. Right? We got the sparkling water sitting off to the side.
Yeah.
Tell him about the sparkling water. That's something I actually just got my man hip to this today. Tell him about it.
Well, first of all, I just had to get the full taste there. It's great. It looks like that seltzer water. You know what I'm talking about? The stuff that doesn't taste good that you think you see the can and you see the little fruits on it.
Yep.
And you're
excited.
expecting it.
You're
You're
excited for
expecting
a
it.
second.
And it's just dull water. You don't taste anything. I actually have some at home. It's been sitting there for 3 weeks because I bought the wrong stuff. But now I know what to get. It's sparkling white grape. It's some of the best stuff I've ever had, honestly.
It's some good stuff. And shouts out to my mother for me even knowing about it, because that's where that's where I got it from. She used to load up the fridge because they're like 70 cents per, and the giant bottles, a nice big bottle. So you can get yourself like 5-6 big bottles, keep all the kids nice and hydrated.
I'm gonna
and
be doing
refreshed.
that. I'm gonna go to Weiss because I see
Refreshed.
you can get it at Weiss, and that's right by my house. So hey, why not?
Yeah, man. So hey, we got a really cool show today too. Everything's all mapped
before
out
we
and
get too
planned out.
far ahead, I'm a little sick. Got a little chest congestion going on. Thomas was a little sick last week. So
Yes.
if you hear any like off the side coughing or sniffling, I'm sorry. I'm honestly, I know it's annoying, and I'm gonna try my very best not to do any of it.
Yeah. So he's gonna try his very best.
Yeah, but it's that time of year. It really is.
Yeah, well, it's that time of year. What is it? It's this month and next month is those super sick months. But what's good
Yeah,
about it is
yeah.
it's only that it's like a 7 to 10 day sickness.
Well-
Afterwards, you're feeling silly.
You had me thinking because you said your doctor. You went back and he said, "Oh, yep, right around this time last year you got sick."
Sure did.
And I started thinking, wait, I was sick at this time last year. So it's like it rings true, Maybe I should be more prepared this time next year.
Yeah, so we're gonna mark that on the calendar, and next time it comes around, we're gonna have all the NyQuils, the DayQuils, Robitussin, Mucinex, the vitamin C packets, emergency packets, Tums, Pepto Bismol, Vicks Vapor Rub for under your nose. When
I
you
just
can't
drink
breathe.
whole milk. I just drink whole milk and hope I get better. I hope I get better soon, though, because there's something we're going to start doing with the listeners. We're going to start doing this new bit where we're going to do the show once a week, but we're also going to do an event, a sport, a meetup, something once a week where you can hang out with your guys. We know it's not gonna pop off early. We expect that to be a lot of friends and stuff like that. But then hopefully we get to meet a lot of the listeners and we can get a lot of people to come out.
Yeah, that's like one of the things that we are starting to realize just how many people are starting to listen because of how many of you guys are actually hitting us up and saying how much you like it and like keep going and stuff like that. So we kind of figured that if you get to know us a little bit, maybe you'll care about what we're saying just that much more.
Exactly. And hey, we're fun people. We like to have a good time. None of us are too biased towards anything. So it's like, hey, if you have an idea, hit us up. If you want to go do something, if you think something's going to be fun, we will look into the idea. How
if
about
you
that?
like, maybe you know where an archery range is. Your boy has always wanted to go to an archery range.
Yeah, Robin Hood.
just cool stuff. Yeah, that's what they used to call me. No,
Thomas
they never called
Robin
me
Hood, not Robinson.
that. Ooh.
Ooh.
So that's cool, man.
Hey, November 10th, Fast Track Studios and the 5-4 Show will be at a job fair at Massaponax High School.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty cool. We're going to be in there talking about what we do here and some opportunities that you guys might have to be able to get in here and get your hands in the field of production. And, we having some photography, some videography. We're going to be doing lessons, and it's going to be a whole bunch of cool stuff. So,
Yeah,
November
and you can
10th.
meet us.
Yeah, you guys can
Once
meet us.
again, and honestly, it's we're both from Massaponax.
Yep.
So being able to give back to them is really great, and that's something that I've really wanted to do since I've actually started like the studio and the show and everything like that. Is I want to get back into the high school that I went to because I had such a good time in high school as we
Yeah.
talked about last week, and really give back to them. So this is going to be really neat.
Yeah, that will be really cool. It's awesome to be able to get in there and let them know.
So you were walking downtown the other day, and you were telling me that you saw tons of little shops and stuff like that caught your eye, and I've noticed this too. It's almost like they're taking the antique stores out and they're making more shops, like more
Yeah.
small business.
Yeah, there's so many there's so many places down there. I don't think a lot of people have walked downtown, but generally you know where you're going when you're walking that strip, or you say you want to go into a couple shops, so you go into a couple shops. But I legitimately took the time to every single door that I went to, went in that door if they were open or read what they had on the front. And I was just amazed at all the different stuff that was down there. All these different clothes shops. There were antique
You said a
shops.
computer repair shop.
Yeah, there's like a computer hardware repair shop, and to all you people who are computer people out there, you don't really see see too many of those shops out there anymore. I mean, there's. Especially the one, it just looked so vintage too. It just looked like it was like a brick building, real small door. You walk into, super narrow, had a bunch of keyboards and just mouses and stuff sitting around. It was actually really cool to see.
Yeah, downtown is always evolving in small ways. You don't really notice it because structurally everything stays the same, but the shops are always changing, and it's really neat to when you to go downtown sometimes and just walk from end to end and kind of see what's new and what's there and
Yeah.
what there is to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Remember, please, that Fast Track Studios has walk-in hours.
Yes, we do.
Just like these shops you can walk into, you can just walk in here. Thomas has the hours because he's here most of the day. I'm not.
Absolutely. So you can find myself or Darren here between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. That's Monday through Friday. Saturday, Sunday, generally I'm in here, doing some things, but, I typically like to say by appointment Saturday, Sunday. But during the daytimes, if you guys want to come on in, it was recently I had a Mr. Brandon Robinson. Shout out to you. I'm going to name drop you, dog. You came in here. Said, I asked you, he said, who'd you refer to? He said, man, my dude told me to just walk down here. There's a new studio coming around town. Came by, saw the sign on the door, walked in. I gave him a tour. He loved what we were doing so much. He booked a podcast session right on the spot, and it was just an awesome experience, and it really hit me. It's like, wow, man, all this walk-in traffic is great stuff, So I, anytime that you guys are around, come on in. A lot of times I like to keep the door open, so you don't even have to knock. Just walk on in. I'll see you come in. I'll get you a little bell, a little ding.
Yeah,
right
it's
at
a
the
heavy
front.
door, so if you
Yeah.
ever get here and you think it's locked, just tug on it.
Yeah, just pull it a little bit. It's not locked.
It's a heavy door.
Yeah. So
So make sure you're stopping by the studio. Just come by and see it. If you haven't seen it yet, it's a really neat place.
awesome place.
Lots of different colors, posters, and then you can hop on the mic maybe and just hear yourself in the headphones because it's really neat.
yeah, it's a cool
I
experience.
said neat. I've said the word neat.
I noticed that in the outline. I was wondering where that came from.
I don't know. Where did I pick that
Neat.
up at? I'm going to not say
Neat.
my goal. If you catch me saying that word, I owe you $1
Oh
if
my
I say
goodness.
that word again on this show.
That's awesome. That's right.
I saw that Miss Blaylock is recording 2 new podcasts this week. Is that correct? Is
Yeah,
that correct?
She is. We have a session booked up on Thursday that will probably release on either Friday or Saturday. She will be able to let you know more on Thursday when she comes in and does it. But yeah, she's got some new podcast series coming out, and you guys are definitely going to want to hear what your next 88th district delegate has to say about mental health. So it's going to be a really good time. And when she comes in, it's cool because I have a good, honest, genuine conversation, a real in-depth conversation, that you don't really have all the time. You know, I feel like when you really sit down and speak with her, it's like you're always soaking something in, and you know, it's just like it's so genuine.
Yeah, good listener.
Absolutely.
And that's what you need in somebody like a delegate.
Shout out Miss
so
Blaylock. And
make sure you're
Blaylock
getting
for
out and
delegate.
register the vote.
That's right.
I'm just letting you know it's coming quick.
It is.
So you want to make sure you're registered because you don't want to be standing around on the day to vote and you can't vote because you didn't register.
Unregistered.
Yeah, with your unregistered self.
That's right.
You don't want to be unregistered. All right, that's all I'm saying.
That's right. Register
Hey,
yourself.
packed show today. We got an interview with JP St. Louis. He is an MMA fighter. We have talked to him before, but he's got a
Professional.
fight coming up soon. Massaponics has a big game coming up this week. We'll get into that a little bit. They caught the two guys that vandalized Cortland High School. Did you know that?
Yeah, I actually saw that, but I didn't read all the way into it. I was kind of hoping to hear everything from you.
Yeah, and there's been a lot of crazy natural disasters going on. So
There has.
we got to talk about that, but we will get into that and more when we come right back.
Boom.